Hello, welcome to our Scrum chat room. What are some of the words you must avoid using as a Scrum Master? I've listed 5 words which, as a Scrum Master, you should avoid using because when you are using this word, someone who is an expert, especially your hiring manager, would already have a clue that, okay, there is something you're missing. Before I go ahead to share these 5 words you should stop using as a Scrum Master, if you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. If you have a comment and you have some questions you will need me to address in any of my videos, put it in the comment and also go ahead and share if this is beneficial to you. Now, the first word is project. Many Scrum Master always say, I was working on this project, I was working on this project. Okay, you should use product. Scrum Masters don't work on project. They try to avoid because project is a waterfall way of doing it, right? They use product. Scrum Master develop product. They do not work on project. So when you were giving your example, I was working on this product or I was working on the development of this software product is accessible. And this is one of the reasons why um, in an interview or from recruiter interview, they will ask you, do you have some experience with the software development cycles? About 80 to 90% of Scrum Master now are still working within the software. But you have also Scrum Master that are working in the operations, which is just about organizing people using the Scrum framework, right? Now, the second word you should avoid using as a Scrum Master is manage. I manage the backlog, I manage my team, I manage XYZ work. No, Scrum framework it's a mindset and it helps people to be able to organize themselves. So they don't want you to manage. That's why they shift from project manager to product uh, owner, not product manager. Project manager to product owner. So they avoiding the use of the word management. So instead to say I manage, you should say I facilitate. I facilitate. I help facilitate. I facilitate. I coach. I teach. So you replace the word manage with facilitate, coach, and teach, which are the three main job of a scrum master. Number 3, transition. Okay, this is a word that many people use, many scrum master use without understanding what the implication. I have transitioned my team from Kanban to um, Agile, from Kanban to Scrum. It's kind of just a whole mix up of word in here now, or from I have transitioned from waterfall to Scrum. Okay, now transition in most of the organization is not done by the Scrum Master. Now, apart from the Scrum Master, you have Agile Coach, which are more experienced in the safe environment. You have the safe program consultant that help to design the transition. So you as a Scrum Master focus on your, your you and your team, your product and your team. So if you could do your example focusing on I help manage, I facilitate the development of this product. I work with my team to facilitate the development of this product. It's going to do you good. Keep the organization aside, which is going to be the next word I'm going to focus on. Avoid using, oh, I have my organization to do this, I have my organization. No. As a Scrum Master, your focus is your team. And that is why there are only 3 key roles in Scrum, right? The product owner, the Scrum Master, and the development team. And your role as a Scrum Master is to protect your team from external influence. At the other higher level, you have the program manager or the product manager. Those are people at the level of administration. But then the reason why they kind of bring down the role of a scrum master of a scrum to 3 key roles because They want to avoid the management kind of way of imposing work on the team. They want the team to be flexible. They need someone that can create an environment where the team can effectively. And that is one of the reasons why most people think that the role of a Scrum Master is just taking out impediments. No, it's just about creating a culture that people can facilitate. So if you're able to focus on using the values of Scrum and in order to facilitate, coach, and teach your team, you will not really have any major problem to deal with impediment. And now the last one, which I'm going to focus on, my last project, I no, it's about the team. In Scrum, if you fail as a team. So I work with my team to do this. I work with my team like don't say, oh, I was doing this, I was doing this. Now, you and your team. Five what you should avoid: don't use project, don't use manage, don't use transition, don't use organization, and don't use I. In the place of project, use product or software. In the place of manage, use facilitate, coach, and teach. In the place of transition, I have my organization transition from this to this, avoid that completely, because most cases, some people say I have them transition from Kanban to Agile. That's a whole mix up there, all right? Because Kanban is a framework under Agile. So if you might using transition, you probably might mix your word, especially if you don't have real life experience. So instead of use transitions, I coach my organization on Agile and Scrum values. That's good enough. And then organization. Now I no, I coach my team on Agile and Scrum value. Now you can support management if necessary, but as a Scrum Master, it's not your role to coach the people at the management level, right? Except it's really needed. Most often, they want you to focus on the team, right? If the organization need more higher people, they can now bring in the role of a coach. Okay. Now, this I'm telling you to avoid this. This is with like for first time Scrum Master. For someone that's been working for 4 or 5 years, that's not a big issue for them, because they know is that if they're saying that they were coaching, and if they were saying that they were doing some organization work, they know exactly how to place it, because they can fully understand the key role practically in an organization as a Scrum Master. And in Scrum, especially with the practice, is different from theory, right? Not really different. Theory they teach you, but when you're applying, you're going to see a lot of divergent stuff which you need to pay attention on. My next video, I'm going to do it on how to handle your first day, your first 3 days, your first week at work as a Scrum Master. Now, the last thing you want to avoid is don't use I, use my team. My team. I work with my team. I work with my team. All right. Thank you very much for listening. Here we keep it real. And if you have some real questions, reach out to me. I'm going to put my number. If you like video talk, I'll put the link for you to book it 20 minutes to talk with me. If you like texting, okay, I'll put a number. You can send me a text. Please don't call. Most of the often I'm in meetings and I will not be able to pick your call. All right. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you around.